What's going on, everybody? This is Al from NCAA 06 Revival. In the last couple of Dynasty videos, I hinted at my next tutorial video being on the fullback overplay. You see me use it a handful of times this season with SMU, and this video I kind of want to break down some more cool stuff you could do with that play. I had a question slash comment slash request to do this, in most part because of the Matt Canada offense. If you know who I'm talking about, he was the interim head coach at Maryland last season. He was at LSU as an offense coordinator the year before that, and the year before that he was at Pitt, and then he had a 3-year stint at NC State. He's been all over the place, but he is known for his funky offense where he motions everybody 3 or 4 times before the play, and he loves using jet sweeps, and he loves using different players for those jet sweeps, depending on his talent. So that's what this video is going to cover. NCAA 06 does not have a natural jet sweep, but the fullback over is a great alternative to the jet sweep. So this is going to break down how you can use fullback over as a jet sweep, how you can use a bunch of different shifts to get in a better position than you were before, and it's going to show you how to get different types of players in that position to make plays with your stud players. Okay? First off, I want to bring up the fact that the fullback overplay is in the weak formations and the strong formations. I'm a big fan of the weak formations, mainly because you have a backside tight end to block for you on the edge. As you can see here, weak tight. As long as you got a tight end that can at least get in the way, you're doing a whole lot better than you're doing with strong normal. With strong normal, you almost have no choice but to motion that tight end over every single time. Plus, with the weak formations, especially like weak normal and weak tight, the CPU does not like to shift left or right. They'll either shift inward, they'll pinch, they'll spread out, or they won't move at all. But you'll rarely see them go left or right because this is a balanced formation. You got the tight end on the right side with a fullback on the left side. Same with weak normal. With strong normal, they would do what I like to do, is do an underfront, where you move your weak side or your line to their weak side of the defense, and you motion the linebackers over to the other side. That leaves their defensive end wide open to make a tackle, which we don't want. Again, you can fool around with the strong fullback over plays if you'd like, but for this video, I'm going to cover the weak plays because I think they're just better. Okay? Now, with Matt Canada, he likes to motion a ton. You'll see him go from one formation to a next. Then you may see a tight end motion over somewhere else. Then you may see the jet sweep motion happen. So you may see like 3 types of shifts. Well, in this game, we can do the same thing, and I'm going to show you all 3 to get what we want. Okay? Now, for weak normal, weak tight, if you don't do anything, the fullback overplay is meant for your fullback. If you got a great fullback, you won't have to do much motioning and shifting and audibling to give him the ball. You just hand him the ball. But what if you don't have a good fullback or a running fullback that you want to give the ball to? What if you got a stud wide receiver or a stud halfback or a stud tight end that you want to hand the ball off to? You could do that with audibles. And that's what we're going to show here. Okay? There are numerous formations in the game that can audible one of your players to the fullback position. But I'm just going to show you a couple because this video, it'd take me 3-4 hours to cover them all. But I'm going to show you the simple ones, the ones that I think work pretty well to get what you want to get accomplished. Okay? A slot, this is a perfect example. What a slot does, or any 11 personnel formation, it'll take your slot receiver and put him in the fullback spot if you audible to fullback over. Okay, in this case, we got a slot receiver here. Now, sub packages are great. We're going to use these a ton. But let's pretend we want our top wide receiver in the slot formation, or in the slot position. Strong slot's a good sub package. We want number 8, Dwayne Jarrett, to run our fullback overplay. Okay, so let's just go A slot. Let's just pick a play. It doesn't matter. We'll go up against cover 2 man. Okay, we're in A slot, but we want to use our fullback overplay. That's our foundation play. So what we're going to do is simply have that as an audible. Now, when it comes to audibles, homing on the road, if you're going to use this a ton, I suggest you turn off home field advantage. You're playing on the road and you have that turned on, your players are not going to be able to hear the cadence and what your quarterback is yelling at them to make the change. The modern day, everybody uses signals now, so if you turn it off, trust me, you're not cheating in any way. I actually don't, it makes complete sense why you'd want to do so, okay? So, we want our slot receiver at the fullback position, so we'll just simply audible to fullback over, okay? I'm going to audible. It puts him at the fullback position, okay? Now, you could tell here that his stats didn't go down a whole lot. Not too bad, if I do say so myself. It's kind of weird. You're going to see this throughout the game. Depending on the type of player, their stats won't go down whatsoever. Some may go down quite a bit. Again, it just depends on the player. So now, from this point of view, we can just run the ball if we feel like it. But we can get kind of crazy with it. What we can also do is maybe we want to go to the strong side of the field. You cannot flip the run with fullback over. It's designated as of now to go right. I hit triangle, go right, nothing happens. You can't do it, so you have to flip the play if you want to go the other direction. So let's flip the play. It's square and R2. I flipped it, nothing really changed. Now we can stop right here and we can run it if we want to. But we can also move our wide receiver over. It looks like they're going man. Okay, now what did we just do right there? We had 3 separate shifts. We had an audible, we had the flipping of the play, and we motioned a strong side receiver over. That's 3 shifts. All that within like 5 seconds, it looks like you're running a Matt Canada play. Just a ton of shifts really quick. Now look at all this grass we have to work with on the left side. I got a tight end blocking for me on that side. If we get decent blocking, we can make something happen here. We pick up 5 yards. I'll take that any day of the week. Okay? We'll do this again. We'll go to fullback over out of normal. We'll audible. This time, maybe I want to run to the right side. Maybe I want to run away from that impact linebacker. I'm going to keep it as is, but we can look and see what this receiver's doing. What they are still a man. Now, one thing you got to keep in mind is when you audible, sometimes the defense will audible as well. Just because they're a man to begin with doesn't mean they'll stay in man. Maybe they'll go zone. That's why I like kind of the audible to weak normal. That way you can move around your receiver to kind of know. That, it gives you another shift to play with. Okay, but this time they're going man. I moved them over, and we got some grass to work with on the right side. That was a busted play, but we still got like 4 or 5 or 7 yards out of it. Okay, we can do it again. I'm just going to audible the fullback over. Okay, maybe I want to go to the right. Now, let's see what the defense done. They didn't do anything. They're still in man. Okay. Good blocking here. He did not lose his speed whatsoever, and you're good to go. Okay. Oops, I accidentally hit that play. Didn't mean to do that. Okay. You also have a sub-package of halfback slot. We got Reggie Bush in the slot. We can do the same thing with him. Let's go up against cover 2 is fine. Okay. Let's audible the fullback over at a weak normal. Okay. Now what's this? Look at that. His stats, his ratings did not move whatsoever. He's still a 99 overall even at the fullback position. You get Reggie Bush on a fullback over, a jet sweep, you're golden. He's the man with that. Okay. Now, maybe I want to flip it. I want to go to the strong side of the field. So we'll flip the play. Square R2. And then let's motion the receiver over. Okay, they're still in man. That gives me all this grass to work with. If we can get any type of blocking, we'll be doing okay. We still get 5 yards. Not bad. Okay, we'll do it again one more time. Maybe I want to go to the right side this time. We can motion this guy over. They are still going man. Good blocking here. Be patient with it, and he's off to the races for 6 points. Okay. Now, one thing you can also do, I'll do it briefly. We'll go up against cover 3. It doesn't really matter. But I want to go up against a zone play. Okay. The defense is automatically in zone. You'll know this when you pick your play. But we still want to go fullback over. Maybe I want to go to the right and get away from that impact linebacker. But maybe the defense changed their mind. Maybe they went man. We can shift. As you can tell, the corner did not go with the receiver, so they are going zone. So let's just run with the play here. That's just good defense by the corner. We can try it again. This time, maybe I want to do an audible to weak twins. It puts the receiver over there. That saves you from having to do one shift, but if you want to go a full-blown Matt Canada, I like doing the weak normal because it gives you an extra shift to play with. Or you could just motion him right back, give you another blocker. That's just terrible blocking by the number 2. He didn't do a good job there. But you see all the possibilities here. What if you decide to go with the tight end slot sub-package? What if you got an awesome tight end that you want to hand the ball off to? Let's use ace slot, or you can use like ace wide trips. We'll go here. We'll go, again, cover 2 man. It doesn't matter. I want to go full back over. Maybe I want to go to the strong side. You can do this really quick. You noticing? Even while people are moving, I can still audible, still motion people over. Really quick, I can pick up a nice 8 yards. I can do this even quicker if I want. I can go here. I can motion him over. They're going man. I can go here. Boom. The more you do this, the quicker you'll get at it, and you can really go through that. Now, that may be a concern of yours is, well, I run out of time with the play clock by doing all these shifts. No, you won't. Okay, say we got 20 seconds. It literally takes me no time at all to flip, to motion, to bring this guy over, what have you. Every bit of that took me about 6 seconds. And boom, I'm ready to go with the play. That's just good defense. But you get my point. Okay? Then there are other other formations you can audible from. You can do it from ace normal. We can try it. We could go to fullback over. It brings your second tight end up to the fullback spot. Now look at his stats. His stats are terrible. Why is that? I don't know. From ace slot, it worked just fine. From here, it didn't. Okay, you notice it was all red. But what if we flip the tight ends? We can go with tight end flip. We can go here, whatever. Let's audible. Let's see what the tight end does. See, his stats go perfect. Again, it's a player-by-player thing. You just have to kind of play with it and see which combos are best suited for your current roster. Okay? So that's technically 4 different types of players that can get the ball from this play. Obviously, your fullback. Then you can do a receiver. Then you can do your halfback, your top guy. Then you can do a tight end. And you can do that all from any type of formation that you want to audible to weak tight, weak normal, weak twins, I think weak slot, weak twins tight end, weak wide trips does not have fullback over. Maybe you want to play around with the strong formations. If you go strong normal, I'm not a huge fan of it, but you could try it. You may get lucky, but this is what I see all the time. They always shift to the weak side, so it forces me to always move the tight end over, and that's no fun. I want to do a couple of extra shifts. That's why I always think it's a little bit better to... I'm going to score a touchdown close to it. I always think it's better to go with the weak plays, or at least use the weak formations. Again, there are just so many combinations you won't know what to do with. I haven't even tested them all out, but you get the hint. Again, 3 shifts. Look at this. Awesome. Maybe I want to fake him out. Oh, I'm going to motion this guy over. Nope, I'm going to bring it back over. Then we'll go here, then we'll shift, and maybe get something out of it. Again, it's numerous the amount of combinations you can run with this. So hopefully this helped you out a little bit. If you want to run some type of jet sweep foundational run play, use fullback over. And if you want to get other players involved just besides your fullback, by all means, get ace slot in your playbook or ace wide trips. Try gun spread and see who goes where. You know, you got to try out all the different combinations and that fit your offense and kind of work off of that. So, happy hunting with all that. I mean, like I said, there's so many combinations to figure out. But once you come up with something, you can get really close to the Matt Canada offense by motioning, shifting, audibling 3 or 4 times over, and then having a huge outside run for a touchdown. Looks like a lot of fun to me. I think it can be accomplished in 06. Hopefully this video proved that. All right, guys. I'll talk to you later.